Well, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Dana here, and welcome to the channel. Hopefully, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Dana. I'm a full-time reseller. I resell on eBay, Amazon, Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, Poshmark, Depop, all that fun stuff. eBay and Amazon are my big two, but today I've got sales on the 4 different platforms, eBay, Amazon, Facebook Marketplace, and Mercari. If you're into that kind of stuff, you want to see what I sold, where I bought it, how much I paid, what I made, how I pack it, that's what I'm going to do today. What's going on, and that's what I do. So like, share, and subscribe. You can see it says it right there, so you have to do it, right? If it says it right there, right? Subscribe. Anyways, I've got a kind of last minute show put together. I pulled the orders. I've got somebody supposed to be at my house in like 45 minutes. There's a big, long rental car drama. I'm going to tell you all about it while I'm packing orders. And they're supposed to call me so I can switch out this piece of crap car because I had a different piece of crap car. It's a long story, but I'm going to get into it. So anyways, my phone is on. Notifications are on. Ringer is on. I apologize if I check it or whatever, but I got to. So anyways, let's see what sold. How was your weekend? Drop it in the chat over there, over here, whatever. Mine is over there. I don't know where yours is. It's probably down there, but maybe it's over there. It's probably over there. Anyways, how were your sales? Let's see. I don't even know where I want to put that. Let's start with some shoes. We'll get this thing out of the way. I accepted a best offer on these of 40 bucks. There's some New Balances. There we go. It's a nice little thing. Jason, what's going on, man? Magnolia. So I got these at an estate sale. I paid $2. And like I said, they sold for $39.99 plus shipping. And normally I would put these in a priority shoe box, but the buyer requested I ship them any and every way except by UPS or USPS. So now I don't have to do that. I could ship them however the heck I want. But I'm sure it won't be that big a difference to ship them UPS or something like that, FedEx maybe. So yeah, they fit just fine in that box. So I'm just going to throw them in this box here. Doesn't really even need that paper, but it'll just keep them from banging around too much and getting all scratched, etc. So my sales this weekend, not the best. I have 17, 18 orders going out, which I know sounds like a lot. It's a lot of orders, but my dollar amount was not super crazy. I didn't even figure it out, but it's probably like 900 bucks. Maybe I'll hit 1,000. I don't think so. I think it's around 900 bucks. So we'll wait and see if a few more people pop in, and then I'll start telling you my crazy car rental story. I sold a fixed, it's a little car thing. You plug it in your car, and it tells you what's wrong with your engine codes and that kind of stuff. And I paid $1 for this, 99 cents even, not even a full dollar. And just gonna throw it in here, but I was gonna see if I had some cardboard to wrap it in first. But I think I'm out of my scrap cardboard. I gotta cut up one of these. So anyways, paid $1, 99 cents. And it sold on Amazon for 58. 58. So if you follow me, hopefully you do. I assume you do if you're here. But if you follow me on Instagram, what's going on, Cheryl? You would have seen my story about getting in a little car accident while outsourcing. Guess what I forgot to do? Turn the light on. So a couple weeks ago, I got in a little car accident while I was outsourcing. Lady hit me because she wasn't paying attention. She threw a fit, tried to talk her way out of it, called me a dirty hippie because my tie-dye hat I was wearing that same day. Called me a dirty hippie. I got her on video. Her insurance admitted full fault, said, yep, it was our driver, which almost never happens. They always want to fight it. But since I had her on video, it was pretty easy. And so they agreed to fix my car. They scheduled it. The closest location was like 40 minutes away to get the car fixed, unless I wanted to wait for the one next to me that was going to be like 2 extra weeks before they could get it started. And so I said, no, let's just go with the further one. That's fine. They said there's a car rental place right next to it, so it's going to be super easy. And so I dropped my car off at the rental car place, or not rental car, at the repair shop. And then from the repair shop, they were supposed to call the rental car company, which is Enterprise Rent-A-Car, which their slogan is, we'll pick you up. So they agreed to come pick me up from the repair shop. I paid 74 cents for this transmission manual. If you've been following me, you know I've got hundreds of these. I'm down to maybe 30 left. And this sold for 20 bucks plus shipping. And so they said, well, we'll pick you up. As soon as you get there, call us and we'll send somebody right over. I was like, great. So I got there, we checked in, we called them, and they said, we'll send somebody right over. Well, 3 calls, and an hour and 45 minutes later, they finally got there to pick me up. An hour and 45 minutes later. So I'm already not happy with them. You know, it is what it is. But it sucked because, you know, you don't want to waste your whole day sitting at the repair shop, an hour and 45 minutes. Should have just got a freaking Uber and went over there, but I didn't, and it is what it is. So I got there, and they said, okay, what size car? And it was a full-size car, and they said, well, we don't have any full-size, or we don't have any of the compact cars available, which is what the insurance agreed to pay for. And so if you want a full-size car, you got to call the insurance company and get them to agree to upgrade you to a full-size car. And I said, well, yeah, because I'm supposed to be in a full-size car anyways. Like that's what I'm in. I drive a full-size car. They're supposed to put you into the same class of car that you were in. So I called the insurance company and they said, oh yeah, no problem. But I was pissed because I'm like, how dare you come pick me up after an hour and 45 minutes and then not even have a car to rent to me. What's going on, Greg? I'm telling a fun story. It's story time. Stay tuned. There's 10 people watching. Don't leave. I'll tell you what sold, but you're going to hear a fun story too. And so I called the insurance company. They said, yeah, no problem. We'll do that. And 11 people watching. I sold this Casio Boss. It is a like a PDA, personal organizer, whatever. Paid a quarter for this at an estate sale. Sold it for 25 bucks plus shipping. So anyways, they say, okay, yeah, you got to wait an hour for that car, get the insurance to upgrade you, which is probably, you know, a scam anyways. They just wanted to get the upgrade, which I want the upgrade anyways because that's what I'm supposed to have. So call them. They said yes. The guy says, okay, here's your car. Let's go look at it. Everything's fine. Get in the car, drive home. 45 minutes home, by the way, because that's how far it was from my house. And next morning, I get up to go sourcing. It's estate sale day. Car won't start. And I'm like, damn it. So it's a dead battery. I know it's a dead battery because I'm just from experience. It's a dead battery. And so I get in the car, can't start it, have to call roadside assistance, miss a whole day of sourcing, which I'm pissed because I was planning on going out to estate sales, and you've got to be there fairly early if you're going to hit them. So I call them, and they said, okay, it's going to be $55 to send someone out to your location to see what's wrong with the car. And I said, $55? Why would I pay anything? You guys rented me a car, and it broke down. Why would I pay $55 to have someone look at your car that broke down? Oh, I was pissed. Like, I was pissed. And they were like, well, if you want someone to come look at it, that's what it costs. So I was like, whatever, fine, let's do this. I didn't bring in any vinyl mailers. I sold 2 vinyl records. I sold Jay-Z for $8 plus shipping, Hard Knock Life. Sold Michael Jackson Thriller for $25 plus shipping. So imagine me putting those into vinyl mailers. So anyways, I finally said, screw it, put it on there. I ain't gonna pay it, but put it on there, get them out here. I sold Bait Uno. These were $25 on Mattel Creations. I sold this on Mercari for $30. Didn't really make much. This was a bad flip, plus shipping. So anyways, they come out here. The guy tests the battery. The battery says that it's bad. It's bad battery. They deserve a very strongly worded letter, and if that doesn't work, you might have to get belligerent. Well, we're getting there. So, anyways, I agree. The guy comes out. He tests the battery. The battery's bad. What do you know? It's not that I left the lights on or something, and that's why the battery died. Nope, it's a bad battery. Needs replaced. The guy had it pulled up on his machine, and so I took a picture of it to prove that it's a bad battery, needs replaced, not that it's a dead battery, because even if you kill the battery will still say good if it can charge. So I was pissed, and so he jump started it, got it running, and if you're familiar, as soon as you turn that car off, within 1 or 2 times of turning it off after jumping it, it's going to die again. So I left it running, drove it to the closest shop, and I said, hey, I need to switch it because the one you rented me has a dead battery. And they were like, well, how'd you get it here? And I was like, well, I had them come jump it, and I was like, I'm so pissed about you guys telling me, why would I have to pay a $55 fee if your car breaks down to have someone come look at it? And there's people in the lobby of this location too, by the way. And I was pretty loud. And I was like, just so you guys know, if your car breaks down while you're in it, they're gonna charge you to come out and look at it. And I'm like, and they were like, oh shit, like, yeah, it was fun. So anyways, they said, well, we don't have any cars to give you. And I said, well, you better find one because you rented me a car and it doesn't work. So voyage to the end of the universe. I took a best offer of this, $20 free shipping. And yeah, they've already agreed to take, so I'll get there, but when I was there, they agreed to take off the $55 and they said, we'll cover it this one time. I'm like, this one time, if it breaks down again, we're gonna have problems. So anyways, so they get me a car finally, they agreed. Because at first they said, well, you need to take it to the other location, which is 45 minutes away. And I'm like, I'm not driving a car with a dead battery. What's going on, Zach? 45 minutes away. I'm like, if I break down on the freeway, we're going to have even bigger problems. I'm like, so you're going to swap me for a car here. And I said, if you don't have one, go get one. And so they finally said, okay, fine, we have a compact car. We'll put you into this one, and we can put you on a call list. When one comes available, we'll call you. You can switch it back out to a full-size car, which I need for sourcing and shipping and all that, right? This little car, I can't fit all my packages in it. So Destroy All Humans 2 for the Xbox, $10 plus shipping. I paid probably a quarter for it. And so I get it home, and I use it, and it works. I mean, it's acceptable enough to use, but it definitely doesn't work for what I need. And so I called them back the next day and I said, hey, do you have a car for me yet? And they said, nope, you're on the call list. We'll call you. No call. Next day, I called back and I said, hey, do you have a car for me yet? And they said, nope, you're on the call list. We'll call you. Yeah, we'll do it this one time. Oh, man, I was pissed. Oh, man, I was pissed. And so I called back again the next day. And I was like, I can't understand how you don't have a car yet. You haven't been able to find me a car out of all of your locations. This friggin' Enterprise Rent-A-Car. You don't have one car for me to switch into. Mind you, by the way, you know how they have like a wire or wireless, whatever, key fob that starts the car? This second car that I got into, battery died in the key fob, wouldn't start the car. Luckily, I'm a reseller with a whole bunch of freaking batteries. And I had a battery to replace it. Oh, what happened to? Oh, it was from that car accident where the lady hit me and called me a dirty hippie. So my car is in the shop, and that's why I have the rental. If you missed that, I can send you a private link to a video where the lady admitted to hitting me and called me a dirty hippie and all that fun stuff. So, anyways, the last time I called, they said, look, take it up with the other dealership, because I've been calling the one local to me. I said, take it up with the other dealership who rented it to you, because we didn't rent you the car, so we're not going to deal with it. How many items would you consider be good listed? I'm new. As many as you can. I have 1,300 listed to get consistent sales. I really started seeing that after I passed like 500. But that depends on what items you're selling. So anyways, they tell me, take it up with the other dealer. We're not going to help you anymore. And I was livid. And I said, I want to talk to your manager, like the area manager, the district manager. Yeah, you missed the dirty hippie story. I'll send you a link. It's a private video on my YouTube. Maybe I'll make it public after this is all over. Oh, I sold Love Comes Softly DVD series for $40 plus shipping. So, anyways, I said I want the area manager, I want the district manager, I want somebody higher than your location. Appreciate you watching, Johnny. And I'm like, because I'm tired of being lied to. You told me you're going to call me. I didn't even get to this part. They told me they would call me and they don't call me back. Then they told me they would call me. They didn't call me back. Then I talked to the manager, the branch manager, and he said, I will find you one by tomorrow, 10 a.m. Let me call you then. Cool. Noon the next day, 2 hours after he was supposed to call me, I called him back. And he said, oh, I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. So, yeah, I was just livid. And so then they told me, well, we don't have a branch manager or an area manager you can talk to. They're on vacation. And I said, okay, cool. Well, who's covering for them? Because I know how this works. There's always somebody. I sold a Lux Geo thermostat for $30 plus shipping, something like that. I forget. $30 plus shipping. And I paid $1 for this at a yard sale. And it's a brand new in box. And I think I'm just going to bubble wrap it and throw it in a poly mailer. So anyways, they said, you got to wait till next week. This was on Saturday. They said, wait till next week and we'll find someone who can call you. And I'm like, look, no offense, but I don't believe anybody's going to call me, because there's been multiple calls where you guys are supposed to have called me already. And then I call back to check where I'm at on this mythical waiting list to be put back into the car that I'm paying for and need. I'm not paying for it. Insurance is paying for it, but they don't know that. Well, I guess they do know that. They don't care. And they're like, well, yeah, I don't see you on the call list. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure I'm not on the call list. Like, because you guys haven't freaking called me. And mind you, I've been in retail for years and years and years, and I know it doesn't help you to be an ass. but I was an ass, like a grade A ass to these people at this point because I was just over it. You're lucky I'm close to, well, I'm not really close to monetization, or I might be cussing on here. But anyways, so they basically told me, well, wait, we'll call you. So yesterday, I decided I was over it, and I got online and did some detective work. Wasn't very good detective work, but it was detective work. And I found the email to the CEO of the entire company that runs Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Hang on, I gotta close my office door. My family just got home. Otherwise, you're gonna be hearing like puppy dog pals or something in a second here. So I emailed the CEO, and I emailed the president of operations, and I emailed somebody else. I don't remember who it was, but it was the top 3 people that I could find contact information for. And I told them the story. I wrote it out. Said I'm tired of it. Whether or not you guys actually swap me out into a new car at this point, I almost don't care, but I just want somebody to know what horrible, horrible, horrible experience I've had, what horrible customer service I've had, the fact that I've been lied to and ignored multiple times, and I'm just over it. And, you know, whether or not you care is a... hang on one second. Whether or not you care, I guess, will determine on what you, how you reply to this email. And so this morning, I sold this little Jeep. This is by Lesney. It's the Matchbox number 72 Jeep. Hopefully everybody sees all that fun stuff over there about listing. Those are some good answers. And so this morning, I got a call from a location about 45 minutes away, maybe 30 minutes away. Still not the local one. And he's the branch manager there. He said, I was asked to call you. I understand you've been having a lot of problems and you can't get any help, and I'm sorry. I want to have somebody drive to your house and switch you the car at your house, okay? I said, perfect. Perfect. That's all I wanted the whole freaking time. You know, to be honest, if they would have just been super nice when the first one broke down and said, look, we don't have one available. So I'm going to put this one in a little bag first. They would have said, did I tell you what this sold for? $15 plus shipping. So I said, we're going to send somebody to your house. Well, at first they said, can you come swap it with us? And that was the first part. And I said, well, where is your location? And they told me, and I said, I don't understand why I need to drive 40 plus minutes to come switch a car. If I broke down on the side of the road, shouldn't you guys be coming to me? Like, your slogan for your company is, we'll pick you up. Need a rental car? You're at home? We'll pick you up. At the airport? No problem. We'll pick you up. Listen to their freaking hold music. Trust me, I've been on hold a lot with them. And so he said, okay, I will send a driver. We're going to come swap it, but it's going to take me a little bit. If you're fine with that. And I was like, I'm fine with that. I got work to do at home this morning anyways. And so he's supposed to be coming here at 9 o'clock or so. Well, he said 8:45 to 9. It's 8:41 right now. So I don't know if and when they're coming for sure. But until then, I'm just going to keep going. So we'll see how it shakes out from here. But car with a dead battery to a car with a dead key fob battery to a bunch of lying and ignoring and basically telling me I'm an idiot, to hopefully now getting a car, a bigger car, and being fine from there. So the Starbucks cup, what do you guys think about that story? Tell me what you think about that story. Was I overreacting in my emailing the CEO of the company after a week of ignoring, I was going to say ignorance. Sell-through rate, 70, 100, what is good? Yeah, it depends. I'm looking for at least 50, depending on what it is, 50%, but yeah, sometimes 75% or better. I sold this Starbucks mug, cup, whatever. It is a green grid. It was $20 minus 5%, so I probably paid about $21 with taxes and everything. And this was a retail arbitrage, and it sold for $30 plus shipping. So Zach says he would have done the same thing. Johnny says you weren't overreacting. Oh man, I wish I would have recorded some of the conversations I had with the. Man, this feels heavy. I don't think I'm gonna get this under a pound. With some of the managers and how rude and just not caring they were. 11 ounces. Do I risk it? Should I risk it? No risk it for the biscuit. Just a whole bunch of bubble wrap and stick it in a poly mailer so we can keep it under a pound. I'm fairly certain. Actually, this was sold on Facebook Marketplace. I'm gonna bubble wrap it. I think I'm gonna put this in a box though, because I think this is Facebook Marketplace has better shipping. So anyways, I don't feel bad that I emailed the CEO. Hey, it got their attention, sometimes Twitter, whatever. Yeah, I was just over it. Like I said, when I got to the end point, it was more of I wanted someone to know how rude and disrespectful and ignoring the managers were at the locations that were dealing with me. And I wanted them to deal with it. And again, for those of you who don't know my backstory, I was a store manager for Home Depot and a district manager for decades. And I hated it when people went above my head to get something dealt with, because most of the time they didn't get to me. They dealt with a different manager, one of my assistant managers or something. So like, I get it. I hate it when people go all the way up and go straight to the top. And I didn't go straight to the top. I did not go straight to the top. I started at the branch. I gave them every opportunity to help me. I shouldn't have waited a week. It should have been like day 2. I'm over this. And so no response from the CEO or anything like that. Twitter can definitely be a good one. Sometimes better in email because they have more urgency for publicly. Yeah, see, I think, but what happens and what I'm aware of, at least with Home Depot, it was this way. If somebody emailed the CEO, they had a timeline. So there's generally, most companies have this. An assistant. Hello?
Hey, Dana?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Dana, this is Les Young from Enterprise. Listen, I'm on the 303. Where are you located? You on off the I-10? Are you that far out?
Yeah, I'm past the 10.
Okay, I just want to make sure because we usually don't go that far. I want to make sure I'm going right. Okay, hang tight. I'm on my way, okay?
You got it, man. Appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
They're on their way. So, anyways, the way most of these work is they have a. Oh no, I would have stopped it before it got there. S books. So most people have an assistant that gets their emails to the CEO, and they have a certain time period to reply to them and get the issue resolved before they have to give it to the executive, to the CEO, to whoever it is. And so like that's what I normally had. Like if something got to me and it was like CC'd to the office of the CEO or something like that, because sometimes customers would do that before they ever even talk to you. And a lot of the time it was dumb stuff like, hey, where's my order? Or when is my product coming in, or some bullshit like that. And you're like, you could call this freaking service desk and just said, hey, when is my product coming in? Not email the CEO. Anyway, so my assumption is it's the same thing, is they had till a certain time today to respond to that and say, here's what we did, right? So what they did was they contacted the next closest branch and said, hey, you need to figure this out. I guarantee that's what they said. Hey, figure this out. Because they weren't going to send it back to the branch that was dealing with me, because I'm obviously livid with them, and I'm going to be nicer to deal with somebody else who is new to the situation, because they get to come in and be the hero, right? I've been there, done that. Come in and be the hero and say, oh yeah, that other branch, I can't talk about them, but I can take care of you. Which is basically what the guy told me. Oh, I saw the Furby. I didn't show you the Furby. Can you see him through the bubble wrap? Black and white Furby, brand new in box, sold for $80. That's not gonna do it. It is just too tall to fold in there. Dang it. Okay. Don't think any of those are better. All right, we're going in one of these. USPS number 7. And that made my thing look weird. So now this guy's going to get to look great. He's going to get a contact to the CEO office or the regional manager or whoever and say, I took care of it, handled it, super easy. I'm the good guy. Whatever. I don't care how he responds to them. I just want the freaking size car that I'm supposed to be in. That's it. You know, I did do Spirit clearance, and I didn't find anything. They were empty by the time I went in at a 25% off time, and they were already basically empty. So I did not find anything good at mine to keep, flip, whatever. I saw a lot of people who had leftovers from fit in there just fine. Yeah, that's good. So I saw people who had leftovers that they didn't return, that they decided to keep, that still sold pretty well. So maybe I could have hit a few more, but I did not. But did you like how the guy who was on the phone said, oh yeah, we don't normally go that far. Yeah, but you expected me to go that far. To fix your problem. B. Do you think a good amount of stuff gets packed and shipped somewhere for next year? I think it's owned by Spencer's. Spirit Halloween is owned by Spencer's. And I think they store it. I think they have storage in a warehouse and they just store it. Because if you go to Spencer's, or not Spencer's, Spirit website right now, they have like all those big animatronics that I was selling for a bunch of money, and they're listed at full price. They don't care about selling them right now. They're listed at full price. I am not going to break this out of here because it is packed up fairly tightly. I guess I can take the top off and you can like partially see it. If you were following me on Instagram, you saw this. I posted it yesterday. I paid $5 for this at an estate or a yard sale. It's a 1993 or something like that Heritage soft tail Harley Franklin Mint model, and it sold for $130. And it's in its own little shipper. I'm just going to tape it shut. It's packed in styrofoam and molded foam. It is very well secured in here. So I'm going to ship it just a miss. The box is definitely not collectible. You can see where it had like the old envelope glued to it right here. So anyways, that's that. I sold the Catholic Bible board game. This sold on Amazon for $60, and I paid $1 for this at an estate sale. So this took a long time to sell, by the way, like 4 months, maybe 5 months. And probably this one. I'll probably take 2 of these 1092s. So anyways, was story time good today? You guys like story time with packing? Or should I just do more shut up and tell you what sold? Would love to know what you think. If you're not watching live and you're on the replay and you enjoyed story time, please tell me that you enjoyed it. If you hated it, please tell me that you hated it. I'm here to please. I have 540 hours to go before I'm officially a real YouTuber. What's up, Kyle? I joke on that, but at 4,000 hours, they let you apply to get paid. So I would love to apply to get paid. I'm at 3,400 and something hours. So 500 hours away. Either way is good. All right, so we got one here, is right at the edge. So I'm going to kind of figure that. So I grabbed 2. And just a weird little trick, but if you take the end of a like a knife or something like that. Enjoyed story time, a couple of you down there. A knife or just something hard, and the sharp crease of the box, if you run up and down it with your knife or whatever that's sharp, it folds it in a little bit. Do both. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do just story time. I have some good stories, tons and tons of Oh man, the Home Depot retail stories I could tell you. Ooh. They would wish they had me sign like a non-disclosure or something. Get it. Is it done? Get. Yeah, man. Perfect. All right. So now that box is inside of that box. Super strong. It added a little bit of weight, but it is what it is. Hello? Yep. No, he called me and told me he's on his way, but I haven't seen him yet. Yeah. Yep. No worries, man. All right. Thank you. They're calling me to see if the guy had showed up yet. I want to hear some shoplifting Home Depot horror stories or dumbest criminal stories. Yeah, it's going to have to stay for next time because I only have like 2 more things to pack. But I have some good ones. You know what's crazy? Not that I want you to do it. You're able to get those items from Friday. That was you after. Oh. No. I drove all the way to the other side of the world to go chase some golf clubs. And the store opened an hour earlier than the website showed, and they sold them before I got there. I was pissed. I'm like, your website shows a freaking different time. And they're like, oh yeah, well, that's shown that for months. We don't know why. And I'm like, oh, it's my own fault. I should have checked it, but you know, it is what it is. I did really good I went to some thrift stores in the area. I went into a Target right there and I got a Xbox Series X to flip. I got that, and so that was $200 and something in profit immediately. And I went to a couple thrift stores and I did well. So this pair of boots, these were Delta. They're vintage Delta boots. These were my wife's grandpa's. They're vintage, and they're small. They're like a size 9 or 11. And they asked me to sell them, and they didn't want to throw them away or anything. And I said, sure can do. So they're in the original vintage box, whatever. I'm just going to pack it a little bit and then tape it shut. One of the old lady receipt checkers at Sam's got bear maced by shoplifters. Yeah, that's crazy. So, I guess while we're waiting on this guy to show up, I'll give you some fun tidbits. Maybe not full stories, but most retailers, Home Depot included, have very strict anti-shoplifting deterrent rules where they are not allowed to stop you shoplifting regardless of how much you're taking. You can go in there and take $10,000 worth of stuff. They are not allowed to touch you. They are not allowed to touch you. If they touch you, they get fired. So they don't do it. sometimes there's that one rogue person who's like, I'm going to be a hero, and then they get fired for doing it. So if you want to go steal some stuff, people would, there's 3 common ways that people steal stuff from like a Home Depot. There's the brazen, I'm just going to take it and then just walk right out the door. I don't care. More often than not, they would take hundreds, if not thousands of dollars at a time. They would come in and load up 7, 10 combo kits that are $500 a piece, $800 a piece. Just take them all. You can't do anything. You're not even allowed to follow them into the parking lot to get their license plate number. Most of them have good cameras now, and they can get your license plate off of the cameras. And then they report it to the police, and the police come get you, and that's how they hopefully get you. But if they don't, there's nothing they can do. The security, most stores don't have security. The ones who do have security, they're allowed to ask you to come to the back with them. They're not allowed to make you come to the back with them. They used to be able to put you in handcuffs and everything. And they stopped that because people were fighting and getting hurt and all that. And they said, okay, now you have to ask them. You can ask them to give you the stuff back. You can ask them to come with you. You just can't make them. So fun fact. If you go with them, that's your fault. So anyways, second way they steal is going out the back doors, fire exits. People take carts and carts and carts full of stuff, and they would just push them straight out a fire exit, and they have a car waiting on the outside. Throw it in the car. They would honestly be better to just go straight out the front door. But anyways, that's how that works. And then the other way is they like to stuff items. So they would take like a trash can, and they would fill that trash can full of items and then put a lid on it. And then they would go sometimes pay for the trash can, sometimes just steal the trash can as well. Or they would put it inside of like a vanity cabinet or a kitchen cabinet or something like that, because who's going to open a kitchen cabinet that you're purchasing? And they would load that up with like $3,000 or $4,000 in merchandise. And then they would put something heavy on top of the box. And then they would go through the checkout. They would scan the $100 kitchen cabinet, but they would get $3,000 or $4,000 worth of merchandise. And if the cashier did catch it and open it up and was like, oh, what is all this stuff? They would be like, oh, I don't know. And then they would just leave. So, I mean, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. I sold another golf club, $20 for this golf club. I'm going to call it here because that guy's probably minutes away. So last chance for questions if you've got them. Otherwise, I'm going to, I need to go get the vinyl mailers and go meet this guy outside probably within the next minute or two or few. Yeah, cops won't go till they're long gone. I'm not trying to be a hero, save some merchandise. You see the guy the other day? It was on TikTok or something. It might have been on Instagram. It might have been on Reddit. I don't know. I look at too much junk. What's going on, Jennifer? Good to have you. There was a concerned citizen who went to try and stop some people shoplifting, and he pulled his gun on him, and the guy's like got his door jammed, and the guy starts driving away with his door open, and it scrapes all on the car, and the guy's magazine from his gun falls out while he's trying to hit the guy with his gun, and then he's like trying to chase him through the parking lot, and it's like, do not. Yeah, thank you. Congratulations on 1,000. Yeah, appreciate you. Do not go chase people through the parking lot with guns over the stuff because they don't care. You know, the average retail store loses like $750,000 a year in unknown losses, whether it's theft or they didn't check it in right. They lose more to cashiers not scanning it right than to people stealing it. Do you believe that? That's a true story. Cashiers not scanning stuff right costs the company more than people stealing stuff. Totally. How many times have you been to a store where they didn't scan you or charge you for something, or they charged you for 5 of something instead of 10, and they charged you for 5 of the cheap one or 10 total, and it was 5 of a cheap one and 5 of an expensive one? It happens. People aren't honest and they don't fix it, or they don't catch it. But they lose more that way than they lose to theft. But yeah, they're budgeted. They are budgeted to lose that 500,000. They're budgeted to lose 750,000. I was in a store that I managed once that was budgeted to lose $1 million a year. That was the plan. That was the budget. If you go over that, you get in trouble. If you're under that, you're good. You lost 800 grand. Yay! Good job. High fives. Everybody's happy. You get a bigger bonus check. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you guys got questions or comments, drop them in the chat. The guy's calling me. That means he's here. So I'm out. Later. Bye. End broadcast.